Yo, Instagram. How's everybody in the house? Hello. Welcome to the Holistic Health with Harry show. Doing another fabulous interview for you guys. I appreciate anyone that is going to watch this interview that I'm going to do. I mostly go on lives to do interview series with people, and hello, my friend. Pass on the knowledge, and I'm excited for this one. Barnaby, I see ya, bro. I see ya, Barnaby. You're there. So, Barnaby, request to join, please. There should be a button saying request to join my live, and I will accept you. You can do that, bro. Request to join, and we can crack on with this fabulous interview. I'm really excited. Oh, man, isn't life great when you get to interview cool people? Pass on the knowledge, spread the awareness, get people's stories. You all know my story, hopefully, by now. A bit boring. Harry's story, right? But let's find out the story of other people. That's what I love to learn, man. To engage, get other people's stories presented to you. This one's a powerful one. We're going to go with the flow a little bit on this one. And see how it is. See if we can get Barnaby on. Spoken to him briefly on video. Known him for a bit. He's new into some things. I won't spoil it for you guys, but he's got some exciting shit. He's a very powerful person, coming new into things too, making me excited about things I take for granted. So yeah, like urine therapy, for example. So let's see if Barnaby can join us today. Oh man, life is good. Just done some yoga, guys. I feel fucking good. Yoga, man. Yoga's good. Playing the ukulele a lot. That's really helping my vibe, my vibration, healing my brain, man. Raising my vibration. I love it. Yoga, ukulele is powerful. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with musical instruments this year. Going crazy. Fucking love it, man. I've got some incense pop in here too. Nice incense. Nice smell. Beautiful. Done some Adrian massaging on my face and other parts of my body earlier today. So yeah, should have loads of energy. Plus on the old seam retention run as always. Oh no. Do you know what I've just seen, Barnaby? It says unable to join, I think. If you're listening to this, Barnaby, I think the laptop might be an issue because I can't let you in to join me on this interview from the laptop. Well, you told me you was on laptop, isn't it? And it's not letting me. I can let everyone else join. For example, everyone else watching. Helen Day Yoga, hello. I can let you join. Consciously Dude, I can let you join. And Tarushka, I can let you join. But Barnaby, I can't let you join, bro. So what I'm saying is there any chance you can do it on the phone? Shit, I just turned this phone off too. So Barnaby, I think we need to do it on a phone. I don't think it's going to work on a laptop. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, that is a bit annoying. That's the thing. You know that I learned that most people on Instagram don't use it. 99% of people just use it through the phone. We don't use it through the laptop or tablets or computers. People use Instagram. Instagram is the visual one, isn't it? Yeah, Instagram's our visual one where we just swipe, like, and swipe. It's all about photos on Instagram. I'm new to it too. I'm growing it. So I like the community split up in here, but it's very visual, Instagram versus Facebook. Is more, if I'm being honest, I find it easier to learn from Facebook. There's more writing there. It's actually what's changed my life. Not even Instagram, it's Facebook. When I went on urine therapy groups, hey Henry, and when I went on Facebook groups 4 years ago after my excitement with urine therapy, I was so excited. I just typed in urine therapy, found out these groups on Facebook, and added myself these groups, and was listening and learning. And then I heard about aged urine a couple of months into it, and yeah, that was what changed my life. If I'm being honest, I prefer Facebook because that's the way I connect to people the best. A lot of the people on Instagram I want to get to know, and that's why I do the interviews. I do want to connect with you all, but I find it hard because there's just a lot of people on Instagram that are following you. And by the way, I reciprocate everyone that follows me. I'm just one of those people. If someone follows me, I'll always try and reciprocate back. I don't believe in an imbalance in a relationship, but I struggle. It's hard to know everybody on a deep level. One of the ways I do it is to interview people and get their story out there, because I know everyone watching this has their own unique story that I want to learn from. I mean, the ultimate is to be in the physical with these people, yeah, in a big tribe of 200, 300 of us, then we'd all know each other. But in the absence of that, I have to do it like this. And all I'm saying that for is just saying that Instagram's a little different to me than Facebook. I struggle. Facebook's the one for me. If you guys aren't on Facebook, wow, you're missing out on an opportunity, to make good connections on there. I find it easy to make connections with people on Facebook. It's more of a talking one. Instagram's more of a visual. And you certainly can learn from Instagram too. It makes some great friends. It's just, I'm just saying Facebook for me. Okay, so what the fuck up we're going to do? Okay, so that's okay, Barnaby. Damn, we'll have to redo this then, because I'm pretty sure that I can't, unless someone wants to jump on spontaneously. I'll put it out there. I can request, anyone wants to, if you want to press the request to join button, you can say hi now and talk with me and maybe share a little bit of your story and what you're learning, or even share a story what you're up to at the moment. I don't mind doing it something spontaneous. Since we're here in this moment, I don't like to waste a live. We will, because I thought Barnaby was going to be on. It's my fault. I didn't realize the laptop wasn't going to work. So, but yeah, oh, definitely, Barnaby, I'll have you on again, man. Definitely, 100%, bro. There's no way I won't. You've got a powerful story. We'll just arrange another date this week, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I've got tomorrow, Sunday. I'm busy tomorrow. Possibly tomorrow. We can do this again at the same time tomorrow. It's just with phones. Yeah, with phones. Technology, Han. Hey, Juan, how are you, man? The Alchemist, bro. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, Henry, are you up for it? I'll invite you. I don't know if you set a request. Anyone who wants to come on, since I'm here, you're welcome to speak and talk. You have the floor. I just invited you, Henry. You don't have to accept it, by the way. But yeah. Oh, he's so. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Henry. Thanks for accepting, man. Appreciate it.
I'm not very presentable here. I'm still lying down on my yoga
That's
mat.
all right, bro. How are you, man? It's been a while. I interviewed you last year. And I talked to you a little bit, but haven't had an interview. Seen you face to face for a while. Oh, actually, no, I lied. You're in Therapy Conference 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, was it? That one, the first one.
Yeah. I'm great, man. I'm in living in heaven, you know. I just
Yeah.
gotta plug my phone in here to the power bank so I don't battery doesn't
Sure, man.
die.
Tell people where you're living at. Where are you? What part of paradise of this beautiful guy are you at?
This beautiful guy. I'm on the island of Kauai.
Kauai in oh, that's blissful, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Kauai they call it the oldest island on the Hawaiian Islands. And it's they call it the Garden Island. They call it Mama Kauai, and it's just beautiful, man. I just been exploring, picking up the codes, sending in codes, and just kind of interacting with the energetic grid that this island is connected with. And yeah, there's a lot of springs and waterfalls and beautiful beaches and amazing people and musicians and crystal children, everything's here. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, bro. It's like literally the ultimate spiritual community place where almost everyone is high vibe, on their path and mission and doing good things in society and unprogramming themselves.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. And yeah, it is. It's a real paradise. It's a real portal, because you have to fly here. There's no boats that come here unless you have a sailboat, which is cool. But yeah, it's definitely like a community vibe. There's only 70,000 people on the island. It's a pretty big island. There's a road that goes about 2/3 of the way around. Then there's like cliffs. You can't drive the rest, and it probably
Wait, is Kauai is Kauai the one with the amazing view, bro? Is it the one with the classic view that everyone looks at and goes, "Whoa, that's stunning"? I mean, all of Hawaii, all the little islands are amazing. Is that the one with the classic? I think it might be. It is.
Yeah, it's called the Nepali coast, where those cliffs are. You can't drive, but you can.
Nepali coast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, bro.
I haven't hiked in yet, but one day soon, hopefully. Yeah, there's always something new to see. Like yesterday, I just went on a bike ride, and I ended up on this cliff, and there was like a lighthouse and whales and stuff, and I didn't even know where I was going.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You ended up seeing whales when you were just walking by accident. You've not been. How long you been there, man? Like you've not been there long, I don't think. A couple of months, years, 1 year.
Yeah, since August. Yeah.
Since August. Oh, mate, another thing I was gonna say, I'm planning to go next year with another guy. We're gonna do a tour of Hawaii. I'm not sure if it's Kauai. It might be Kauai, but I'm thinking next March, April, May, I might be going for a bit, man. I want to experience the vibe of that beautiful place and the people. So I might be there. We'll definitely meet up if I am. Be fun.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the coolest things I have to share, because we're you're in therapy brothers here, is that the way I got to meet the community here was I interviewed Brian Justice in maybe like July or something last year, and this divine angelic sister of ours saw it, and she said that she just felt like she knew we were like brothers, like her myself and Brian, you know, like, bro, Brian and myself were her brothers, you know, and so
Yeah.
somehow she saw in like a comment on like Chris Manley's post or something somewhere that I was
Yeah.
going to Kauai, and so she
Yeah.
messaged me like somehow she's very intuitive, you know. Somehow, like the day before I left to come here, she was like, "Let me know the minute you touch down on Kauai," and I didn't tell her when I was
Yeah.
coming, you know. And I was like,
Yeah.
"That's crazy. I'll be there tomorrow," you know. And
Oh my
so
God.
anyway,
Yeah.
she like put me in touch with all these people when as soon as I got here, and it took me like a month to actually meet her physically. You know, we were messaging on Facebook and stuff. And
Yeah.
her husband is Australian. He's a super psychic kind of dude. They're both very in tune. They have this psychic little baby that is basically orchestrating everything on the island psychically. And
Whoa.
yeah, so it's really cool just the way that the Shivambu just kind of brings people together, because you know when you have that ability to drink your own waters, you know, like, and to love yourself in that way, and then you
Mm.
recognize another brother or sister that's doing the same thing, there's this instant connection of like of self-love, recognition that you see in each other. You know, it's really beautiful, and it feels, you know, you can see like that you both have this high energy, alkalinity, kind of elasticity too, that is not so present in others, you know.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. That's so true. The urine therapy brings you together because it's so what different to what how society's taught us. And by the way, you still did you meet your girlfriend there? You still with her, or you was with her, weren't you? Like you did. I think you met her through in Hawaii or
That
something.
was just yeah, that was just a friend, Anae.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, she's not here anymore.
Oh, okay, man. Yeah, it's good. But she's high vibe. We liked her. And yeah, all the people you meet, man. So what are the majority of the people in that you're around on urine therapy? They're doing the similar things to you. So it's like what you're saying. Like most of them do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the island here that do it. Like I'm actually staying here with a friend, and he was asking. We went for a hike one time, and he was asking me like, "Oh, how long have you been doing urine therapy for?" And I told him my story, and it's only been like a year and a half or something. And then you know, I was like getting on those high vibes, sharing my fun adventures and stuff. And then I was like, I somehow asked him as if he'd ever tried it. He's been doing it for like 5 or 7 years, and he's done like 3 week fasts and like crazy stuff. You know, he just has. I think
Whoa.
there's a lot of people out there that are just like not online. You know, like he doesn't have Facebook, he doesn't have a smartphone. He has a laptop, but he doesn't really do social media, and that's his way. It's his thing, but it's definitely
Yeah.
cool to see his energy, because he has like
Yeah.
no real food dependence, you know, at all, and he just dry fasts all day basically, and just like eats for fun in the
Whoa.
evening with his wife, and he's super
Yeah.
strong and fit and healthy, and it's just a real cool energy to be around, because he's showing me around the island and stuff, so it's real cool, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing to meet people. Yeah, because we think that I get caught in the trap too. I just think social media is the only cool people. When actually, real life, there's people that aren't on social media like the guy you know, and there's probably many more in Hawaii and other places that we don't know about that do the same things as us and are very high vibe that don't use social media. We do make that assumption in it, so it's nice to meet that. But I do think social media has its place. I mean, for me, it's changed my life. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be meeting you guys in a physical if it wasn't for social media. But I get it. If you can't, if you don't need it, like if there's a better way
Mhm.
to connect with people, if you get to the right place. But I wasn't in the right place. I don't think you were at the beginning. Like we end up in different places away from the high vibe people. So we resort to social media to connect with people in that
Mhm.
way. So it's good to start out with that, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, and I can see like we all have our own divine contract, divine plan, and everything like unfolding all the time, and I can see with Derek, you know, for him it was just like, you know, he's got his divine counterpart, you know, already, and he's got the beautiful island to retreat to, so he doesn't really need the connection from the online stuff like you and myself kind
Mm,
of have naturally been drawn to, you know.
mm,
And but at the same time, all the information I've learned online from all these people like yourself, and you know, all these other people I've met, it's fun to
mm.
share it with Derek, because he's learning from me now through like organically from my
Yeah.
organic, you know, vessel here. But I got it from from the ether and net. So it's fun stuff. Yeah.
I love it. Can I ask you a couple of questions? So, how is life there in terms of finances? Is it expensive to live on Hawaii? Is it idyllic and impossible to get to as someone that's not from that island? Because I heard, was it yesterday or something? If you want a job there, a normal job, I guess, I'm assuming it's hard to get jobs. And can you do online businesses there? Is it expensive life? Because I guess what I'm trying to say is, if anyone's watching this interested in Hawaii, even myself, maybe in the future, not just for visiting, but for real, like a place like that, what is the things that people should be aware of in terms of that? Do you need to bring a lot of money when they're there? How does it work?
Okay, so Harry, I'm gonna give you an answer that you're not expecting. Okay,
Okay.
so
I like that.
so so there's always a way to figure everything is workable. So a lot of people here that don't have money, they do work exchange, you know, and then there's other people that charge high prices to buy things that are expensive on an island. But the island is abundant, you know, so you know,
Yeah.
I have friends that are just like doing work exchange, and they have the best, most exotic fruits in abundance, and they live next to rivers and or by the beach, and just surrounded by musicians and beautiful humans, and they don't even really use money, you know. And then there's some people on the island like Mark Zuckerberg who has like 700 acres and, you know, private, you know, airstrip or whatever he has, I don't know. And then you have the people that are just like, you know, yoga teachers or massage therapists exchanging, you know, money for services. And, you know, there's all sorts of things going on. But what's really happening now and what I'm sharing with the world and what I'm really passionate about and involved with is the new global people's monetary system. Now, I know I sent you a little bit of info on it on Facebook Messenger, but everybody's busy. But here we are now, we're talking about it. So it's fun and it's cool. And what we're doing as a global people is because the current monetary system is created by it was created by you know, some satanic evil kind of beings a long time ago to control the masses, you know, and
Right.
and so the majority of the population is suffering in this current system, you know. In some way they're struggling to make ends meet, they're struggling to be comfortable, you know, because, you know, like you and myself, we don't have everything, you know, that we could, you know, like this. I mean, we're pretty good, but the majority, because, you know, we are conscious, creative beings, but the majority of the population isn't quite aware of their creative prowess yet. And so they're just kind of stuck being affected and influenced by, you know, the system, the monetary system that, you know, is running the planet. And so now what we're doing as a people is we're getting together and we're creating our own monetary system as unlimited and just like the current system, created out of nothing, and it doesn't need to be backed by anything because it doesn't need any restrictions placed upon it, you know. And so basically all that has to happen for this to happen is for people to realize that they have a choice, you know. And so what we're doing is we're just spreading the word, and then very soon we'll have a website up where people can read a little bit about how this is going to happen, and then they can sign and give their consent to this plan. And once we all collectively sign this plan, or, you know, at least, you know, 2 or 3 billion on the planet, the rest will sign very quickly, and then we'll have our own monetary system. And what we're going to do is we're going to distribute it to everybody, you know, equally, you know, around the world, and we'll eliminate poverty overnight. You know, it'll be just brilliant. The whole planet will shift into 5D very quickly because most of the fear based and negative and the negativity on the planet is created through, you know, emotion and thought forms because of the monetary system. You know, people thinking about how they're going to get money to support their family, support themselves, or, you know, just survive, you know. But the planet is abundant, you know, Gaia is abundant. Look at nature, it's just abundant everywhere. Even in the desert, you know, you look at the ground, there's life, you know, like if you look closely, it's beautiful. And
I love it.
yeah,
how does it practically, so I like the idea of what you're doing. What is the practical steps you're doing at the moment, and what needs to happen to get this into, so is it just you and your friends? How does it work with the small amount of people that you've got involved with it? How are you exchanging money in this setup at the moment? How is it functioning? Like on a logistic level, I guess. How is it going to function in a logistic level?
Myself, I'm not really that much of like an administrative role. I'm more just like I understand the whole concept and I'm sharing it
Mm.
with people on the ground level. So like word of mouth, you know. But also just
Yeah.
sharing online the videos that Rick, who's heading the project, and you know the other core team there. Like if you go to my profile on Facebook, you'll see some of the videos I've shared. But there is a Facebook group called the New Global People's Monetary System, which has lots of
Right. Okay.
videos and questions and answers for people. And there's a document explaining, you know, the divine plan for people and stuff. And yeah, it's beautiful. But basically, what's going to happen is like we're just sharing that we have a choice right now. Like if the elite could create a monetary system, why can't we? You know, of course we can. You know,
Hmm.
we're actually going to use all the technology that's already set up, because so many awakened ones have left the banking and like finance industries and know how to utilize all this stuff, and or the like all this like crypto stuff, like blockchain, like this technology is going to be implemented, like this quantum technology, but it's not going to have anything to do with the old system. Like all the old money, we're just going to leave it over there and say like, you know, we're just not
Hmm.
using it. And what's going to happen is everybody's going to get about $10,000 or the equivalent
Yeah.
of that, whatever we
Wow.
decide to
Yeah.
call it, straight away,
Yeah.
you know, when it becomes implemented. And then every month we'll get about $5,000, everybody. And you'll only have to
Hmm.
contribute. The only real restriction is that you
Hmm.
have to, you know, contribute to society. But we're going to do it in ways that we enjoy, you know, like that. And it will only have to be about 10 hours a month or a week, you know, like very little amount of time, because so much of the time currently it's just create the current system is created in a way so that people have to work most of their lives, so they don't have
Yeah.
time to become aware of their creative abilities and why they really
Yeah.
came here and how wonderful and magical life is. I mean, it's just incredible, you know. I know you know. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so once we all have the time, we're just gonna have so much fun, and it's gonna be great. And yeah, the
Man,
5D,
I
the
love the
ascension,
idea
it
of
is
what you're setting up.
happening. Yeah.
I love it. I love the idea of what you're setting up here, and I think that, and I believe this is going to work because we're in new times and new awakenings, as you know. But also, I believe, and I know that where you're set up in Hawaii is this where it started from, because it's a good base. I think that island is a good place, away from a bit of the dark forces and the evil influences. On that magical island is a good place to start it, like to be around the right vibes. And there's a lot of high vibration. You got the shifts of the tonic plates. You got the people around you. You got the fresh negative ion air. You got the sea. You've got the high vibes. I think it's a good place for it, man. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen there, surely.
Well, actually, I think I'm the only one that well, there's a
Oh, yeah,
there's many divine people, you know, on this island that know about what I'm talking about. But
yeah.
Rick and the core team, they're all around the place. They're in Croatia and
Ah,
the US and Netherlands.
okay.
Like I don't know where everybody is. I don't know everybody in the team, you know. But
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool, man.
but
Yeah.
we're not affected. We're not affected by the darkness anymore. You see, because the timeline that we're bringing in, like basically, I'm living in that timeline where we have successfully implemented the new monetary system. So by speaking it into existence, like I'm sharing that timeline with people, and in that timeline, there is no negativity, and so we can't actually be affected by any darkness in the 4D that some people are still experiencing and their timeline in this now, you know? So it's quite interesting how it all works, you know? Like I'm just learning all this stuff kind of as it's all happening, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's divinely assured, really, because like I said, once you're coming from that place of pure love and the 5D consciousness, you can't be affected by 4D. And a lot of people just have to kind of have that little click, you know, because a lot of spiritual knowledge was written, you know, from a 4D perspective where we do experience, you know, duality. But in 5D, where we're transitioning the collective into, no, we don't have to experience that negativity at all anymore. And so what's really important that people start to become conscious of is like any fear within them, you know, like any worry, anxiety, impatience, you know, any of this stuff is fear, and it's all an illusion, and it's 4D, and it's not going to exist in 5D. And so it's okay when you notice it. Of course, you know, there's going to be remnants, you know, until there isn't, but just be aware of it and realize that it's not you and it's not real. And what is real is is love. You know, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I so resonate with everything you're doing. And just to go back a little bit, when you said I wouldn't like what you was going to say, I actually do like the idea of winging it because I think that's what life has got to teach you. Like you could go with the flow. I've definitely heard stories and now recognition from you too that you can get by on beautiful paradises or anywhere in life without any money. You can just wing it. There's really nothing stopping anybody in our communities from taking that risk because we're all, like you said, being divinely guided. So if you was to like thought you had nothing and no money, you were broke, and you just managed to get a flight there by some miracle, because everything is a miracle, right? You get there, you'll be taken care of. You could find a way to survive there and thrive and meet the right people. And that's what's going to happen is, as you know, you'll meet the right people when you get there to make you to the next level of your growth. And you just keep making divine synchronicity connections to get you to wherever you need to go to fulfill your purpose. So yeah, I love that answer, man, that you can just get there. And I love what you're doing with the military. I'm actually really interested in it. I was interested in it before, but I think what happens is you get busy with Facebook. There's so many things popping off with so many people's ideas. But yeah, I'm definitely curious about how that works. I'm going to do more, going to look into it. It's the new monetary Facebook group's called the new monetary um, money system, something like that. I'll find it if I
Yeah,
know that.
it has Rick Dewars at the front because he's the one that initiated it. So that's kind of like he just put that there for now. You know, it's probably going to change, but if you just type in new global people's
New
monetary system, then
right.
yeah, you'll find it. Yeah, or just go
I'll
to my
definitely,
Facebook
yeah.
and scroll down, you'll see it. Yeah.
It's super curious. I love to get involved with things like that because I think that's the future. I mean, even for me, that'll be hard because my ego's telling me that even myself, it's all about how much money. Because I'm programmed still. I'm like, okay, so I need more money to get the freedom that I need. But that's not what you're saying. The ultimate truth about this stuff because it'll all be taken care of in this new world that we're co-creating, all of us. I love it. Love the idea of taking risks and everyone's equal. Everyone's starting on equal because we are all equal at the end of the day, isn't it? We are all one. There's just imbalances at the moment with money that cause problems and division within the communities, and then people start dividing themselves over color, skin, money, and religion. It's really stupid, isn't it? Religion divides people too. All these things keep us divided: color, skin, religion, money. And when you blow the money one out and everyone has equal amounts and everyone has rights to do what they love and spend time, like you said earlier, doing what they love, that's key. I think you made a great point on that one. You said that like we don't have the time to do what we love and find the research, the truth, and all the things that we should be doing to activate high consciousness because people worry about money, which we need apparently to live in society. So that was another great point you made.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so cool. Like I just got this view from what you're sharing is like how like the real dense mass consciousness. You know, like I went to Walmart the other day to send a money order, and it was like, you know, my our bodies are being upgraded like crazy right now. You know, like I'm sure you're feeling it, and a lot of people are. You know, our crystalline structures are coming online, and our abilities are getting activated, and there's just huge energy coming into the planet. You know, the ether and stuff, the plasma fields, and you know, I've just taken some deep breaths, and I'm just conscious walking. You know, I have my 5 finger shoes on. I'm normally barefoot, so when I put the shoes on, it's like walking on a cloud or something. It feels really cool. And but I was just walking tall and just like feeling like I was walking on the cloud, like I said, and I felt so good. But I looked at all the humans, you know, because we're not humans, you know, none of us are. We're
Yeah,
divine beings, you know, of light. But these people are still identifying as humans, you know, and they're very dense, you know, like they're very like they're stuck in their minds, you know, like they're not actually present, you know, like just
yeah.
breathing in their bodies, you know, feeling their bodies. And so, like, to keep them in their minds, they're actually like stuffing themselves with food and ideas all the time, you know, like the TV is
Mm,
on, the radio is on, or the computer is on, and they're eating and they're just
yeah.
numbing themselves out because
Mm,
they're suffering so much. They're in so much pain because of the monetary system where they have no
yeah.
time to connect with themselves, to go within and to find
Yeah.
their own real essence, you know, and then to connect with their families and like in a real way, you know, like and with nature and all this stuff. So yeah, it is
Mm,
really important that we do share the new system because it is coming from the highest timeline and it will actually transition us into a moneyless society within you know, 1, 2, or 3 years. You know, it's like, and
Yeah.
because what's going to happen is there's going to be no profit, right, in this new system. It's
Mm.
great. So we're all getting paid, right? So and we're all contributing. You know, like your contribution could be, you know, say you have like 10 health clients a month, or you do a certain number of
Mm.
interviews a month, you know, or whatever. You're already contributing, you know, so you're doing
Yeah.
great.
We already are.
And so you're
Yeah.
going to have fun, you know, and you're going to
Mm.
get paid way more than you are now, and you're going to be able to get anything and go anywhere what you wanted to go, right? And
Mm.
but like, say someone that works at that loves their job, wants to keep their job, say they work at a bar or something, right? And
Mm.
or a juice bar is more fun. It's an idea. And so they work at a juice bar and they want to stay working at the juice bar, right? But now they're getting paid $5,000 a month, you know. Okay. And the
Yeah.
juice bar isn't paying them, right? The people are paying them because we together got together and we created our own monetary system out of nothing. And
Mm.
with this monetary system, we're all paying ourselves, right? We're all paying ourselves and we're paying each
Nice.
other. So the business isn't paying the people anymore, you know? And
Yeah.
so the
Huh.
business doesn't have to, the business isn't about profit anymore because it doesn't have to pay the staff and doesn't have to
Mm.
earn money either because the business is getting paid more than they need every month. The business owners,
Yeah.
right? And then they're really just selling stuff. They're going to put some price on it because they have to buy the produce from the farmer who's growing it, right? But
Mm.
the farmer doesn't really need to sell it for much money because he's already getting paid $5,000 by the people too, right? Every month.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he's getting a bunch of help now from all the people who used to work jobs that are no longer needed, like finance and government and all these kind of stupid administrative jobs. People that want to be out
Mm.
in nature and stuff, they're going to go and work on the farms and have fun for, you know, 10 hours a week, not too much, you know. And
Mm.
so they're going to sell stuff, not much, and then you go to the juice bar to buy your juice, the fresh organic stuff. Everything's going to be organic and beautiful and wonderful. And you see how by basically we're just using the new money as a way to like share abundance, you see. And very quickly
Mm.
people will naturally just be giving, and the gift society system will come in
Yeah.
very naturally, and we'll just transition out of money over a few year period or 1 or 2 years, whatever, however fast it happens. But we can't just tell the
Yeah.
world like the masses
No.
right now, like,
Or
hey,
slow. Whatever slow it
we
happens
don't
to.
need any
I mean,
money.
we're patient, right? We're
Yeah.
patient. It can take time too. It doesn't really matter if it has to be fast, right? Patience as well.
Hmm.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
but
But
it
you know
is
what I really
beautiful, you know.
do you know
And
what I,
when we
do you know what I
create,
really like about it? Sorry, Henry. Do you know what I really like about it? It's like what you said, because I'm thinking it through here. I'd never heard someone explain it the way you explain it. You're explaining it really simply, and I like it. With the jobs, so you're saying effectively people be working for the fun of it because their money's taken care of from another source, and everyone gets the same amount of something else. So literally, people are going to work for the fun and for the joy and for the passion, how it makes them feel, versus any, because we do that anyway. Me and you, and I earn money with health, not loads, but I earn money from it, and I do it not for the money, but I mean the money is just an extra thing. It's a bonus. But I mean, if you
Mhm.
take away the money completely, then it comes purely about the joy. That sorts out the people because from what you love, you'll have to do something you love because you won't want to turn up doing something you don't love because you don't need to worry about money anymore.
Mhm.
And that's the whole entire system. That's what's entire wrong with the money system. You named it. Like everyone's doing jobs, not everyone, but a lot of people in society doing jobs they don't love because they need money. So if you take away the fact that everyone's given quite a lot of money, everyone, and then they can go and do what they want for fun, that makes, in my mind, simple brain, awesome humans that love what they do and turn up, and then there's no division, there's no ego separation, there's no I'm better than you, because everyone's doing what they love, and then everyone who is a customer of those services gets the benefit of seeing people offer services to them, knowing that they do what they love, which is amazing. Because I'm sure you've been in places, Henry, where you go and you can see like a shop assistant. It might be a shitty job, but they there's massive respect to you if you do. So if everyone's just, everywhere you go in life, everyone is doing something they love, because there's money's just been taken completely out of the equation, the divide of money of how much and need to make it and doing what you love, then I can imagine that being a utopia. Is that kind of what it is, or am I simplifying too much? It does become kind of utopic or like a utopia.
Yeah, that's the 5D. That's the ascension that we've been talking about, you know. And it's so cool to hear you share it from your perspective of your own understanding, you know, because a lot of people, believe it or not, you know, that I've been sharing it with, they still want to like, they still more than share, like like right now we're in a transition period, right? Where we're transitioning into this new system because the consciousness is out there now, like you said. You can see it's happening, and as you understand it and understand it more, you will see how this is the timeline we're progressing into, and the timeline that I'm sharing it from. Like it's all just merging, but at the same time, yeah, we're still using the current monetary system. Like I have right here, I have, paper.
All the money, paper money.
But that's not a whole lot, but I have enough to survive for a month or two or three, whatever, and or forever, because like I said, I can just climb coconut trees and whatever, live at the beach, so it doesn't really matter. But my point is, like, while we're transitioning and we're using this stuff, like it's okay to promote your current like stuff, your current ways of making money, so that you have money to do the things you need to do to survive here until we have the new monetary system. But at the same time, share the new system, because if you don't share it and learn about it, then it doesn't get the word doesn't get spread, and then we're stuck using this stuff and in the old system. You see, so people, I'm not saying like don't promote your business. I'm not saying don't stop working, unless you're working for like an evil corporation or a government job doing something really evil. Then just keep doing what you're doing, but do talk to people about the new system and get the word out there, because the mainstream media isn't sharing it yet. But soon enough, we'll see.
Yeah, I like that. I like what you said, and that's really important, people. Obviously, we're not saying to people, hey, just give up every single bit of money, renounce money. Although you can, and I'll probably make you a saint if you get to that level, because that's ultimate level, bro. Like, if you was, like, used to having money to survive, then all of a sudden you just give it all away. Amazing. Props to you. But, yeah, it's a transition for people. So, yeah, you're right. And even you're talking to me, actually, if nobody else. Definitely, like, I'm really going to have to – I like the idea of what you're saying. I resonate with the idea. You've explained it beautifully. I'm going to research it more. I think I'm probably going to get involved with you in some way in the future. Like I said, I'm going to come to you next year in Hawaii. Hopefully you'll still be around, and even if not, I'll just meet up with you anyway and all the high vibe people. And I do like the idea of what you're saying, man. I think we're powerful people. I think the time is now, man. I think me and you and a lot of people watching this are very powerful. We have conscious creators, as you said. We have the abilities, we have the mindset, we have the beliefs about it. We understand that the money's corrupt system. It's paper. They just make up numbers on a screen. It's ridiculous. They put people in debt. People worry about this shit. How about if you didn't have to worry about money? How about if everyone was on a level playing field? How about if there wasn't any division because you have more money than this person? I mean, it causes arguments in relationships, money these days. It ruins friendships. I can speak from experience, even with myself. I mean, it's affected my relationship with people, and this is me, so I'm not perfect either. So yeah, I really do like the idea of what you're saying, man. I'm so happy that you have explained it to me now in more depth. I had a very limited understanding before, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks so much, Harry. It's been so much fun to talk about it with you, and just like you just like surfing the energy waves and coming to mutual understanding of what makes sense for everyone, and helps me understand how to share the message better with people, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's seeing you talk about seeing you recognize the utopian 5D lovely, beautiful timeline that we're moving into. It's just unprecedented, magical times we're in. Yeah, it's great. I'm so grateful to be here, and it's like I'm remembering why I came. Of course, it's like share this, help humanity ascend. It's beautiful.
Exactly, bro. We've got this. Thank you so much for spontaneously joining me today. I'm glad we've reconnected in this way, and I will meet you very soon, man, in the real, wherever you are at. I'm sure it'll be. So thank you for joining me, bro, and thank you everyone for watching too. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harry. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, mahalo.
Take it easy, bro.
Aloha.
Mahalo, man. Cheers, man.